before I get started, I just want to say how good God is.
Amen.
You know, this world, they don't understand how great my Lord and Savior is. They're out there, they're trying to get by on their own. I'm glad I have somebody there to help me.
Amen.
All these troubles. Amen. But that's not what I'm going to preach on tonight. Take your Bibles and turn to Matthew. Matthew chapter number 14. Matthew chapter number 14. We're going to look at verse 22 through verse 33. And if you will, when you get there, please stand. Matthew 14, 22 through 33. It says, "And straightway Jesus constrained his disciples to get into a ship, and to go before him unto the other side, while he sent the multitudes away. And when he had sent the multitudes away, he went up into a mountain apart to pray. And when the evening was come, he was there alone. But the ship was now in the midst of the sea, tossed with waves, for the wind was contrary. And in the fourth watch of the night, Jesus went unto them, walking on the sea. And when the disciples saw him walking on the sea, they were troubled, saying, It is a spirit. And they cried out for fear." Verse number 27. "But straightway Jesus spake unto them, saying, Be of good cheer, it is I, be not afraid. And Peter answered him and said, Lord, if it be thou, bid me come unto thee on the water. And he said, Come. And when Peter had come out of the ship, he walked on the water to go to Jesus. But when he saw the wind boisterous, he was afraid. And beginning to sink, he cried, saying, Lord, save me. And immediately Jesus stretched forth his hand and caught him, and said unto him, O thou of little faith, wherefore didst thou doubt? And when they were come unto the ship, the wind ceased. Then they that were in the ship came and worshipped him, saying, Of a truth, thou art the Son of God. Let's go, Lord, in prayer. Dear Lord, I just want to thank you for giving us this night, Lord. Just thank you for having everybody come tonight. I pray that this message helps somebody. Lord, I pray that you help me be able to preach it the way that you want to be preached. Lord, I just pray all these things in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
We see here, this is a familiar passage to most. And if you have a studied Bible, most of the time it will say Peter's little faith will be somewhere with the subpoint of this section. And I feel sorry for Peter somewhat. Peter always kind of gets dogged on about having little faith. But did you see anybody else get out of the boat?
Right. Amen.
Peter had enough faith to be able to know that that's Jesus and I can get out of the boat.
Amen. Amen.
But, you know, let's get a little background here. We see here that they just had a meeting on the bank. They just fed the 5,000. The 5,000 were just fed. And Jesus, the message, the meeting was over with the 5,000. And Jesus says, get in that boat and go on the other side. But you know, he sent these disciples on over to the other side of the sea. And he said, I'll be over there. And he sends the multitudes away, and he goes and prays. And when he's done praying, the disciples are in the middle of the sea, rowing as hard as they could with the wind against them. We see here that the wind was contrary against them, and no matter how hard they were rowing, they were stuck there in the middle of the sea. The waves were coming up on them, and the wind was blowing against them, and they couldn't go no farther. They were stuck, if you would. And Jesus got done praying, and Jesus starts walking walking towards the water. Then he starts walking on the water. You know, I have a very vivid imagination, if you would. I could see those disciples in the middle of that sea rowing as hard as they possibly could. And they're trying to figure out, how are we going to get to the other side? He said, get to the other side. What we got to do is get to the other side. And I see Jesus, he's walking to the water. I don't know if they had pockets in their things they wore back then. I can see Jesus walking towards the water. Farther along, they'll understand why. I can just see Jesus singing. And he's singing farther along, but just a little bit different. Not that I'll understand why, then they'll understand why. And he's walking on that water. If you read in the other Gospels and Mark and John of another accounts of this account, he's just walking on the water. The disciples are there. You see them. They're rowing as hard as they possibly can, trying to go. And Jesus is walking by, and he's going past them. He's just walking. And then those disciples, they see him and they say, "Oh no, it's a spirit." They start screaming out in fear. They're terrified. They ain't never seen nobody walk on water before. And so they're scared. They're hollering. And Jesus says, "Be of good cheer. It is I." And you know, the only one that answered was Peter.
Yeah.
It was just Peter.
Amen.
You know, all those other men, they're probably down on the ship. Do you know an I? I don't know an I. Who's an I? Peter said, "Oh, I know who I is." He said, "Jesus." He said, "If it be thou, bid me to come. Bid me to come on this water." You know, Peter could have said, "If it's you, come here." He said, "No, if it's you, let me come to you. Let me come to you." We see here. You say, "Well, Brother Jonathan, you might be in a storm in your life right now. You might be in a time in your life that you think you're stuck. That you say, Lord, I'm doing all that I can. Why aren't I getting ahead? I'm doing all that I can. Why aren't I going nowhere?" You know, those disciples, there's 12 men in that boat, rowing as hard as they could. And you know, at least 4 of them were fishermen. At least 4 of them knew the sea. At least 4 of them knew how to use a boat, Brother Stephen.
Amen.
And they're rowing as hard as they could. They're stuck in the middle. They couldn't go nowhere. But I want us to see something here. That old Peter. Peter always said that he's the cocky one. He's the one that was arrogant, full of himself. Well, you know, last time I checked, most of us Christians are the same way. We might not show it on our face. We might not be outright with it, but when we're with God, I don't need no help, God. I can do it myself. I don't need no help, God. I got it. These 11 boys, these 11 men, other men in that ship, they thought the same thing. Peter said, "Hey, if it's you, let me come. Let me come." I want us to see here tonight a few things that I kind of learned from Peter out of this boat. I want us to first of all see here in verse number 29 that Peter learned to let God guide him. That he learned to let God guide him. We see here, let's read verse 29. It says, and he said, it says verse 28, and Peter answered him and said, "Lord, if it be thou, bid me come unto thee on the water." And he said, "Come." And when Peter was come down out of the ship, he walked on the water to go to Jesus. You know, we always joke and say that, "Lord, please put it on a billboard. Please put it, just slap me across the face and tell me what you want me to do." But then when God answers us, you know, Peter said, "Hey, if it be thou, let me come. Let me come." You know, we can talk the good talk. We can say, "Hey, Lord, if you're going to send me to the mission field, I'll go. Hey, Lord, if you want me to be an evangelist, I'll go. Hey, Lord, if you want me to witness to that person, I'll go. Lord, if you want me to be faithful to church, I'll do it. Hey, Lord, if you want me to help with the bus ministry, I'll do it. Or if you want me to do this, or if you want me to do this, I'll do it, Brother Stephen, I'll do it." And then when he says, "Come," and oh, no, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I didn't mean right now.
Right.
I didn't mean right now. You know, we wouldn't have had this account. We wouldn't have had Peter's lack of faith, if you would, if Peter would have stayed in that boat, Brother Steve.
Right. Amen.
We wouldn't have had a man walk on the water to Jesus.
Right.
If Peter would have stayed in the boat. You know, Brother Stephen, Miss Catherine, Miss Kay may have never gotten saved if you didn't start driving that bus. You know, people at the nursing home might not have a witness if Brother John said, "Hey, you didn't go over there."
Right. Amen.
No.
Amen.
It's the same with everything we do for the Lord. They might not got saved if we said, "Oh, wait a minute, Lord. I didn't mean right now. I was joking. I just want to sound good to everybody else." You know, a lot of us do that. You know, Peter, the loudmouth. I'll show these boys. I know I can show them up. "Hey, Lord, if it be thou, let me come." You know how much of a fool he would have looked like to those others? And when Jesus said, come,
Yeah.
he didn't.
Yeah.
But we see here that Peter had enough faith to get out of that boat.
Amen.
He had enough faith. And you see here, it says, and when Peter was come down out of the ship, he walked on the water to go to Jesus. Now I don't imagine Peter. All right, boys, if I fall in, grab me. Boys, if I fall in, grab me.
Right.
I don't see Peter doing that. You know, Peter had learned, you got to do something for the Lord. Go all the way.
Amen.
All
Right.
the way.
Amen.
You know, I don't know how many of you have had it stick with you. We've been learning about the fields on Saturday nights in church here. I don't know how many of it stuck with you. I learned a few weeks ago. Dad was talking about, I don't remember his first name, but his last name was Boyd or Borden. You know, that kind of stuck with me.
Yeah.
What Brother Borden had learned or had wrote down in his Bible. You know, Peter just showed that right there. Mr. Borden had wrote down in his Bible, had no reserve. Don't hold anything back from God.
Right.
Amen.
No, Peter didn't hold nothing back from God.
Amen.
You know, Mr. Borden also wrote down, no retreat. No retreat. I'm not turning back.
Yeah.
Peter, he was in the water. He wasn't turning back. He was walking with Jesus. You know, Mr. Borden was a unique man.
Yeah.
He was a very unique man. You know, God had called him to go to, wasn't it to China? To talk to the Muslims there in China. You know, he went to the Middle East. He got a disease and he died before he could ever get to those people.
Yeah.
But before he died, he wrote something else in that Bible. He wrote no regrets.
Right.
You say he didn't even get to the people in China, but he was following God. You know, if Peter would have drowned right there, right then and there would have been no regrets.
Right.
Amen.
You know, God could be calling something in your life, and you're sitting here, tiptoeing in that water. Just jump in. Just jump in. You know, it probably felt like the beach when he jumped on it. Oh, wait a minute. Didn't feel like no sand underneath his feet. No, my God is the rock.
Amen.
Amen.
That's what that Peter landed
Right.
on. He didn't land on no squishy sand, Brother
Right.
Stephen, that he was going to fall in or trip in. No, he landed on the rock.
Amen.
Amen.
And he started walking on that water to Jesus. He started walking to Jesus. He let God guide him. He knew God was not going to fail him. He knew that God was going to direct every path. He knew that. Okay, that step there, that was solid. This was going to be solid. This was going to be solid. This was going to be solid. And he starts walking to Jesus. He starts walking to Jesus. You know, we need to learn as children of God that say when God says, come on, that hey, we can come on. We can come on. There ain't no stopping.
Amen.
Amen.
There ain't no stopping us. If God be for us, who can be against us?
Amen.
We forget that. We always like to shout it, but when it's time to live it, we don't live it.
Amen.
We don't live it. We see here that Peter, he jumps out of that boat. He's raring to go. But next off, we see here, he kind of stumbles a little bit, if you would. And we need to learn from Peter on not to get distracted.
Right.
We can't
Yes,
get
sir.
distracted.
Amen.
Now, here's me with my vivid imagination again. I see Peter, he's walking towards Jesus. And the cocky little man he was, I can see him turning around and the disciples, hey, look at me.
Yeah.
Look at me. Look what I can do. And as soon as he took his eyes off Jesus to turn around to make fun of the disciples, the others, that's what he saw. The wind and the waves around him. You know, there's things in our lives that distract us
Right.
from the Word of God. You know, it could be our jobs.
Right.
It could be our jobs. God never said, go ye unto all the world and have a wonderful career.
Yeah.
Go ye unto all the world and make $1 million. Never said any of that. He said, Go into all the world and preach the gospel to every living creature. Things can distract us like our jobs. Possessions can distract us from God.
Sure.
What about our friends?
Yeah.
I don't go hang out with people. It gets to be a distraction.
Sure.
The more you know about a person,
Yeah.
the more you dislike that person. You say, what do you mean by disliking that person? Well, all their faults start coming out.
Right.
And that kind of is distracting, Sister Cynthia. When the faults of somebody else comes out, well, what we don't realize is our faults come out too.
Right.
But, their faults, they're distracting me.
Yeah.
Or what about your friends if they're not saved? Well,
Yeah.
you shouldn't be spending any time
Right.
with them
Yeah.
outside the house of God.
Amen.
You get them to the house of God, and they get saved, then you can spend some time with them.
Right.
Some time with them. And we shouldn't be around the lost all the time.
Amen.
Because the lost, they do what the lost people do. They don't understand Jesus. They don't want nothing to do with Jesus. They just want to go out and do what they want to do. And it starts to tempt us. When we start hanging around the lost, when we start being around those lost, they start distracting us from our true goal. Our goal is to see them saved, is it not?
Right.
But when we start hanging around them and being buddies with them,
Yeah.
it's like that shiny, that mule. You got the carrier from them, Brother John.
Amen.
I don't know if your little miniature horses are that way, but with a mule, you can lead them wherever you want them to go with that carrot. If you want them to walk right off the cliff, just keep that carrot right in front of them. They'll go. Satan knows the same things with us.
Yeah.
Satan knows those people that we like, those people that we enjoy being around. And if they're lost, we should not enjoy being around them.
That's right.
They're going to lead us right off that cliff.
Amen.
You say, you mean we're going to lose our salvation? No, they're going to distract us from what we're supposed to do.
Right.
We're supposed to be seeing them saved, not yoke up with them.
Right.
We're supposed to be seeing them saved, not have our lives destroyed. We're supposed to be seeing them saved, not fall into the same pit. There's nothing wrong with having friends that aren't saved, because our ultimate goal is to see them saved. Is our ultimate goal. But you see, we are in this storm in our lives. We could be so distracted by that storm, we won't even see him pass by.
Right.
Remember that song, "Oh, what a difference since Jesus passed by"?
Right.
Those disciples, they were in that storm. They were rowing as hard as they could against that wind and against those waves. And Jesus was just passing along by. He just on walking by. Brother Stephen, if they were so distracted by that storm, they would have never seen him passing by.
Yeah.
They would have never seen, hey, that's our help right there.
Amen.
There's Jesus.
Amen.
There's Jesus. He's passing by. You can't let things of this world distract us. Yes, the storm might be visible. Yes, the storm might be a burden. The storm might tear us apart. But let me tell you, the one that's there to help us, he's passing on by.
Right.
He would have passed right on by if they would have never said anything. He would have just kept on going. Oh, I guess they don't need me. How many foolishness do we do? How much do we go through those storms, rowing as hard as we can, and Jesus has passed by, who knows how many times, waiting for us to call on him.
Yeah.
Jesus could have walked circles around them, and they might never even notice him.
Yeah.
He could have came up and tapped the boat, and they might not ever have noticed him if they stayed distracted on their problems.
Right.
They stay distracted on their situation.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, my God isn't a God to fix situations. He's a God there to help me through. He doesn't just fix one situation. He's not there just for that situation. He's there for my whole entire life.
Amen.
Amen.
Jesus went up on that mountain to pray. His disciples could have been praying in that boat.
Yeah.
We find another time when the disciples, they get kind of distracted too. When Jesus went up on a mountain to pray, they fell asleep.
Right.
They fell asleep. You know, one good way to stay undistracted, stay prayerful. Stay prayerful. We see here that old Peter, he got distracted by those storms. He saw the wind and the waves, and he started to sink. He started to sink. But we find here, Peter learned when you should call for help. He learned when you should call for help. And we see here in verse number 30, but when he saw the wind boisterous, he was afraid and began to sink. You know, when he began to sink, we find here, and he cried, saying, Lord, save me. Immediately, when he realized he was sinking, when he saw the waves, when he saw the wind boisterous about him, and he started to sink, he cried. Too many times we wait. Oh, I can get out of this on my own. I can do it on my own. Well, last time I checked, we couldn't save ourselves on our own.
Amen.
I couldn't save myself.
Amen.
So how do you think I'm going to be able to get out of this trouble by myself? You know, God didn't intend for us to walk alone. He intended us to walk with Him. You know, Peter, he was doing all right as he was walking towards Jesus. But he got that distracted. And he fell. He started sinking. But, you know, he didn't like that feeling. He didn't like the feeling of sinking. So he hollered out. He said, Lord, save me. Too many times as Christians, sheep, we're supposed to be lambs, are we not? We're supposed to be sheep. Too many times we forget what species we are. We want to be pigs. We want to be pigs. Let me tell you, there's supposed to be a whole lot difference between a sheep and a pig. There is. There's supposed to be. But it's starting to get hard to tell the difference.
Right. Amen.
It's starting to get hard. No. Sheep are supposed to be those pretty white fluffy things that look like cotton balls on a green field. Pigs live in the mud.
Yeah.
They like the mud. I don't care what the scientists say that they're the cleanest animals. They're not.
Yeah.
You know, if they were so clean, why did God say they were in the unclean category in Leviticus?
That's right. Amen.
You know, I'm not supposed to be a pig once I get saved.
Right.
I'm supposed to be a sheep. So we can't waller in this world.
Yeah.
We can't waller in this mud. You know how hard it is to get wool clean? It took the blood.
Right. Amen.
That's how hard it is. No water can clean it, no matter how many scrub brushes you go through. The only thing that'll clean is the blood.
Amen. Amen.
You know, Jesus' blood cleaned me the first time.
Yeah.
It's supposed to. It keeps me clean. It keeps me clean.
Yeah.
But yet, we still want to try to dirty it up, Brother Stephen. We still want to go and yoke up with this world. You know, old Brother Peter here, he didn't like that feeling. He didn't like sinking into that despair and hopelessness of that water. They were in the middle. And if it's like any other sea, the deepest part's in the middle. You know, he didn't want to sink into that deep, dark water. He wanted to stay on top of it. We find here that he knew when to call for help. Peter realized, all the way back up here in verse number 28, he realized that Jesus was the Son of God.
Right.
He realized who Jesus was. He realized who he was walking to.
Yes.
And yet he still got distracted.
Amen.
He still failed. You say, Brother Jonathan, he was an awful person, wasn't he? He saw it. How much of us do we fail?
Right.
We fail too.
Amen.
We fail too, but yet we don't. We don't call out for that hand.
Right.
You see, when he cried out, Lord, save me, Jesus didn't have to walk to him.
Yeah.
He was right there.
Amen.
He was right there. He was there. He grabbed a hold of him right then and there. Didn't say it. Jesus had to get to him. Jesus already there. That shows how close Peter got to Jesus. Yeah, he still failed. You say, well, I won't fail him. Watch out.
Yeah.
Watch out. You know, when you say you won't fail God, you're going to fail him greatly. You know why? You just failed him with pride.
Amen.
You know, old Peter here always gets dogged on about having such little faith. We see here that Jesus in verse number 31 says, O thou of little faith, wherefore didst thou doubt? You know, Jesus said you have little faith, but you have enough faith to jump out of that boat. You had enough faith to get out of that boat. But where did you doubt, Peter? Where did you doubt? If you had enough faith to jump out of that boat and come to where did that faith go? Stay up on top. You know, it goes back to we need to trust in God to guide us. God, you know, I trust this floor is going to be here. You know, I'm not the lightest of people. I trust this floor. I trust this floor. You know, wherever God tells me, I can trust him.
Amen.
I can trust him. You know, the Bible tells us that the Word of God is a lamp to my feet and a light unto my path. You know, I got the blacksmith shop out in the backyard. No light really gets out there to it. Yeah, I have an extension cord that I plug in my fluorescent lights up in there. And sometimes, used to, I haven't been out there for quite a while, the blacksmith, but used to I would blacksmith at night, a little cooler, and when I had time. Well, Jacob got into, I guess, animal trap things, how to trap small animals. So he liked to dig those little pits and put sticks and stuff in it and try to make traps. But one day I was getting my extension cord and was going off to my shop. I had my flashlight, but as a dummy, I had it in my pocket. I've walked this path many times. I didn't know Jacob had been out there that morning. So I'm walking there with my extension cord, go plug in my light so I could see. You know, Brother Stephen, I found that hole. I found that hole. Let me tell you, Satan has those kind of holes all on that path.
Right.
But you know, too many of us are those dummies. Got it in my pocket. I don't need no light. I've done this 100 times before.
Yeah.
You know,
That's good. Amen.
this is our life.
Right. Yes, sir.
How can we, you know, we always say that we want to be that light that shines so bright. We forget something, though. We're not the sun.
Right.
We're like the moon.
Yeah.
You know, the moon. One thing I did get out of science class. The moon reflects the light of the sun. The more you read, the more light you get.
Yes, sir.
The more you can reflect.
Amen.
Amen.
The more you can reflect. And I know this has probably had nothing to do with my sermon. I don't remember how I got here, but the more we study, the more we grow, the more we are in the light,
Amen.
the more we'll reflect.
Amen.
And we forget that. We say, I can do it on my own. We forget. Without the S-U-N, we wouldn't have a moon.
Right.
We wouldn't have any light whatsoever. So without the S-O-N, we can't shine that light.
Amen.
We wouldn't have a boat to get out of. We'd already be at the bottom of the sea. Amen. Let's go, Lord. Dear Lord, I just want to thank you. But I want to thank you so much for being that one that's walking on that water, Lord, and that I can come to you. But I just want to thank you for being the one that's there to grab me, Lord, when I fail. Lord, I just want to thank you. Lord, I pray that if somebody had their hearts touched from this message, Lord, they won't leave without getting it right with you tonight. I just pray all these things in Jesus' name. Amen.
As he was preaching, I pinned down a thought.
the very top of my Bible, I wrote, Peter, even one step on the water is more than I've walked. As much as we say how much Peter failed, he's walked on water. Have you?
Amen.
I think about the fact of wherefore didst thou doubt? And I believe that what Jonathan was saying is very true in Romans chapter number 10 and verse number 17. So faith comes by hearing, and hearing by the word of God. In my short time of pastorate, I found more people that fail to stay faithful because they don't stay faithful in the word of God.
Amen.
So I want to encourage you. We're going to stand, have a time of invitation. I want to encourage you to come. Every head bowed, every eye closed, the music will softly play. I want to encourage you to come. If God spoke to your heart, maybe you'd say, Preacher, I've been having some trouble. Maybe I've not been wanting to get out of the ship. Maybe it's time